Andre, is there a vehicle you wouldn't take on this trail?
I wouldn't take like an Impreza.
Yeah.
Is a trail you could hit in a Subaru?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, back in 2003 and 2004, the two vehicles behind me were kind of the two premier off-roaders you could buy. And over the years, they've developed very certain reputations. So today, we're going to answer an important question. Which of these two is the biggest piece of crap? And I know the answer, and it happens to be the Hummer.
No. This is going to be the easiest review I've ever done in my life because the Land Rover, and I'll show you this, is the bigger piece of, you know what, a steaming pile.
All right, well, you're gonna have to convince me. So I think the only way to do that, Andre, is to take each one of them up Goldmine Hill, if yours will even make it, and talk about why these are such, well, interesting vehicles.
I'll show you.
When you think of crossing the Sahara Desert or the Gobi Desert, an expedition to Everest, there's only one car you think of, and it's right there. Look at that rugged, look at that bold, look at that square jaw vehicle. It is the one that has crossed the world from north to south, from east to west. When you think of that one style-wise, I think of exactly one shape. How hard can it be to design 490-degree angles in a square? How hard?
Alright, so what can this machine do? Any tricks?
Yeah, it makes you fall in love with it, Andre. I have absolutely fallen heads over heels in love with this. And I'll tell you why. You know what this is like?
What?
It's like that mutt that you find rummaging behind your house.
A mutt?
Yes, a mutt. And over a period of a month, you absolutely fall in love with it. And you come home one day, and it's made a little bit of a piddle in the house, and you don't care because it's your mutt and you love it so much. So pretty much everything on this truck will break at some point, but right now it all works, and I am deeply and passionately in love with it, unlike your piece of you know what.
The Hummer H2 has military pedigree. It was born from the Humvee, the military vehicle, and it has a lot of the same styling. Yes, it's square, but that's the way it should be. By comparison, that Land Rover just looks cute, and this looks big and macho, like it could crush anything it comes across, which it does, actually.
Welcome to American luxury, Roman.
I feel like I'm in a coffin, Andre.
What?
Yeah, there's no light in here whatsoever. I feel like this truck, Andre, is, what, 2,000 pounds heavier and probably twice as wide as the Landy, and yet it has less room on the interior. How do we manage that?
I don't think it has less room. Look at the distance between our shoulders. Just like you,
Yeah.
in a Land Rover, I've fallen in love with the Hummer.
You have?
Yes.
Okay.
And because, not just because it looks like a Tonka toy from the outside, which it does, but it's just a comfortable everyday vehicle. And I'll grant you the visibility is not great, but every day I drive this and I'm relaxed and I just feel good.
You know what also is traditional about this?
What? That's solid.
Yeah, that's solid American plastic, Andre. That's what that is. That's solid American plastic that, you know, feels like it's about to fall off any second.
I did not expect so much snow and ice here.
Yeah, so the danger is if it's icy, and it doesn't look steep on video, but it is, and if the truck can't go up it, it'll slide backwards and it won't stop. You won't be able to control it. We've
Right.
had that issue where we've almost slid into that rock or the metal pole. Or the metal pole.
Okay.
So the question is, do we go for it? Is it too icy?
I don't think it's quite as icy, but I think it's a test of tires.
Yeah.
And we have really great tires. I have the KM2 BF Goodrich Mud Terrain,
Yeah, I've got Wranglers.
Duratrax.
Duratrax, yeah.
So those are really beefy tires.
So you want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
It's our vehicles on the line.
Yeah, it's our vehicles, and I'm not worried about damaging a manufacturer vehicle.
All right, I'll go first. Yeah, I put your seatbelt on, Andre.
Buckle up!
Buckle up, buckaroo.
So what's the solution here? A little bit of speed?
Yeah, now or never, dude, huh?
Okay.
A little bit of momentum. I'm gonna open my windows so I can hear the crunch of metal on rock. Momentum. I'm just gonna fly up this hill. Momentum, Andre. It's your friend.
Okay.
Plus sipes on your tires.
Your trucks are okay. They're okay.
I was a little worried.
Under the hood of the Land Rover is a good old American, actually Buick V8, because Land Rover took the Buick V8 and over the years kept boring it out and making it bigger until this final version came out, and that's a 4.6 liter all aluminum V8. Now, it puts out, I don't know, probably around 200 horsepower or so. The best thing about it, and I do mean the best thing about it, is that it gets really hot and you can warm your hands on it on a cold day like this.
So now we have to go for stage 2.
Which looks actually not icy, which is good.
Which is good. It's not icy. It's quite rutted out though.
Yeah.
I'll give you this. Yours is a bigger piece of crap because it's a lot bigger. Look at these two trees, right? I have no issue with trees. You, on the other hand...
Oh, come on. Just show me what you have, okay?
Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, yeah.
You're figuring it out?
It'll figure it out. No problem. Look at that. And all that's left is stage 3. I'm just showing you how it's done, my man. Oh, my God. That's really rotted out.
From the factory, the Land Rover Disco 2 came ready to go from pole to pole, but we've bought this one with a lot of off-road goodies. I've got an ARB front bumper with a Warn winch, a high country lift. We've got these great rock rails that are also good to step on when you want to get in the truck. There's a Baja rack. We've added some hella lights because hella yeah, you got to do it when you've got a Land Rover. We also have an off-road rear bumper, and in the back we've got onboard air. Now this is about as off-road worthy of a Disco as you're going to find. The upside to owning a Disco is that they're very inexpensive. In fact, the easiest way to fix my engine would be just to buy another Disco and take the engine on that one and put it in this one, because they do have some issues with engines, brakes, interiors, powertrains, well, pretty much everything. But the good news is that all the parts on this truck are worth more than the truck, because the truck's worth only about $5,000.
Alright, here we go.
Well, I'm just concerned something is going to catch fire or the engine is going to blow up. Or...
This is always possible.
Okay.
Look at that. It didn't even flinch.
What?
Didn't even flinch, Andre.
Let me show you guys something cool. If you look under the truck, you'll see that the front diff is under the passenger seat. And the same thing holds true for the rear diff. In fact, they're lined up so that when you're off-roading, you know that the lowest part of the Land Rover hangs down exactly under the passenger seat, so you can avoid big rocks by going over with the driver's side. Now this truck has all-wheel drive all the time. It has a locking center differential, and it has one of the earliest forms of hill descent control. But that's beside the point. Look at the clever engineering under there. Look how clever that is. See, it's really clever.
So Andre, I think that you're gonna have the hardest part with this part. It's the bonus stage. It's where it gets really narrow. And the good thing about this truck, it came pre-trail damage. But this came pre-stripe, pre-trail damage, so you know a little bit of tree means nothing to me, Andre.
Wait, we seem tippy.
Well, don't talk about that. That's bad luck. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
The H2 has a permanent four-wheel drive system. There's no two-wheel drive mode. Has a 4-low range, obviously. Has a rear locker. And we actually upgraded the front steering components to make it a little bit more heavy duty with a double shear steering rack mount. So now, I have no problems going anywhere.
So Andre, you have no problems going anywhere?
No.
All right, put your fist through my two fingers. Go for it.
What is this?
These are two trees, Andre, and that's your truck.
Anywhere. Can go anywhere.
Let me show you how the American metal does this. I'm gonna be in low.
Yeah.
Okay, for low.
Okay.
I'm gonna engage my rear locker.
Okay.
And my suspension is in its highest setting, okay?
Yeah, you've got your ass up like a horny dog.
Well, that's for better clearance. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, go ahead.
It feels like a Sunday afternoon drive. I'm like third of a throttle. Just a light, gentle throttle.
Yeah, I admit, the Land Rover has a lot of cool off-road hardware, but all of that is aftermarket. Not the case here with the H2. This brush guard, factory. Additional off-road lights in the front, accessory from the factory. 35-inch tall tires, came from the factory. Side rails and steps, from the factory. Roof rack and additional cargo backs, factory. Air suspension in the rear, with additional height, from the factory. And finally the compressor inside. Yes, I also have a compressor from the factory. Take that, Roman.
So Andre, yeah, you remember? I mean that.
What is that supposed to be?
Those are two trees.
I have a secret weapon.
What is that?
Check
secret
this
weapon?
out.
Ah, now we're ready.
Can you Land Rover do that?
No, I can just squash him over with my hand. All right, stage 2, Andre. Are you at all nervous?
No.
No? No. You have heated seats?
Yeah.
My butt's all cold.
It's right here on the door.
Oh, look, it heated,
Heated
top and bottom.
Yeah, do you have that?
Yes. Well, that was easy. Oh, almost hit that tree. No.
How many SUVs currently built do this where the hood hinges forward? I don't think any. And General Motors did a very specific thing to power the H2. They took a work truck, a heavy-duty work truck engine. It's a 6-liter Vortec with over 300 horsepower, 316, and a lot of torque, 360 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a 4-speed automatic transmission. This engine is actually the best part because it's reliable and it's also easy to fix and maintain. Parts are available everywhere and they're pretty inexpensive.
All right, one last stage to determine which one is the biggest piece of, you know what? You know what, guys?
No, I'm not gonna take an easy path like you did. I'm gonna take a real path.
So I have to say, Andre, I'm impressed.
You are?
Yeah, I'm impressed. Both of these vehicles made this look easy. Right?
Yeah, and you know, the beefed up front suspension, which fails quite a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
We've taken care of that.
Yes.
That's why I had no doubt whatsoever.
And now you got to go through this little bonus part, which is the tightest part of the whole trail.
Oh boy. But this is where skill and experience come into play, right?
This is where girth comes into play, or the lack thereof.
So Roman, how much is your Land Rover Discovery 2 worth right now?
Well, we paid about $5,000 for it, and that was mainly because it had about $5,000 worth of off-road bits and pieces on it.
You're just making my point because I purchased the Hummer H2 from the company
Yep.
a couple months ago for $14,000.
Yeah, and they were about, give or take, the same when they were new.
Yeah, between $50,000 and $60,000 back in the day. So that just made my point. The market speaks for itself.
So the question, of course, is which one do you think is a bigger piece of crap, and which one would you rather have? Let us know in the comments below, and of course the answer is the Hummer.
What?
Thanks for watching, and check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course, which is more of a stinking piece of crap reviews.
Old versus old reviews.
Yes, as always, that's much more elegant. This is Roman
And Andre.
saying thanks for watching, and check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course,
Old versus old
reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao. Come on, Andre, warm up here. Do you have any marshmallows?
No, I don't, but my engine is much bigger and much cooler.
Oh, come on. If you had a marshmallow, we'd have a fine old time with s'mores.